Good morning, students. So we are discussing about the force and pressure chapter. So we have discussed contact forces yesterday. So contact forces, what we have discussed is muscular force and friction. Muscular force is the force exerted by your muscles, the muscles of our body that exerts the force on object. So that we can call it as muscular force. So lifting a ball, throwing a ball, hitting from a bat, playing hockey, and then lifting luggages, these all are due to the muscular forces. Then we discussed about friction also. Friction is the force that opposes that is a surface force that opposes the movement of the objects. Okay, if a ball is moving on a ball, it will come to rest because of the frictional force. If the boat is moving, because of the rowing of the boat, after stopping the rowing, it will come to rest because of the friction between the surface of water and surface of boat. So we are surface of boat, the boat and water have friction. Water is putting the force of friction on boat. That is why after some time boat will come to rest. So we all discussed this all in the last class. So I am going to discuss in this class, that is contact forces, that is non-contact forces. So first one among this is gravitational force. Gravitational force. See, you have heard this story of Newton. When he was sitting near the apple tree, suddenly an apple falls. If you are there, definitely would have eaten the apple and simply gone away to your home. But Newton started thinking of that, why the apple has fallen. And after doing lot of researches, he came to know that Earth has some gravitational force. So that made the apple to fall on the Earth. That is after detaching from the tree. So the gravitational force is the force of gravity. So it always happens between two objects. It is there always between two objects. But if it is in very less amount, we cannot consider that. It cannot be seen. For example, the stick I am having and the chalk I am having here, they are attracting each other. They also have the attraction, but it is very, very less. Too much less. That is why there is no force we can see here. So every body exerts a force on other body. It may be force of attraction, it may be force of repulsion, but there is a gravitational force on every body and every body exerts it. But when there are objects of big mass, for example, say sun. So sun is here. Okay, all the objects or the planets, what we can say, are revolving around him. Say Mercury, Mars, Earth. So many are there. See, all revolving around sun. So what sun does? Sun exerts the gravitational force. Sun exerts the gravitational force on the planets. So due to that attraction, Earth starts revolving around the sun, and it will take 365 days, 365.25 days. That means 365 days and 6 hours. It takes 365 days, 6 hours to complete one revolution around the sun. So why it has happened? It happened because that sun is exerting force on Earth. That force is gravitational force. Can you see any contact between Earth and sun here? No way. There is no chance. Sun and Earth cannot be touched. They don't come to contact with each other. But there is a force, but they are not in contact. Okay, so that is why this gravitational force is called a non-contact force. Gravitational force exerted by the sun on the Earth or other planets makes the planet to revolve around the sun. Okay, so this gravitational force is called as non-contact force because there is, you can see, no contact between sun and earth there. Actually, physically they are not touching each other. Physically they are not touching each other means that is called non-contact force. There is no contact between sun and earth, but still there is a force of gravitation present in between them. So those are called as non-gravitational force. Of course, you don't have the formula for that in your syllabus, just the formula. So what we hear is gmm by t square. What we can say gm1 m2. This is gravitational constant. M1 is mass of first body, mass of second body divided by the distance between them. So it is not there for your syllabus. It will be there for 9th or 10th. You can study there in your PUC. It is there for just for your knowledge. I have told it. Okay. So this is regarding gravitation. Then where we see other gravitational force, we can see it in Earth and Moon case also. Earth is there. So here is the Moon. Moon is revolving around the Earth. Okay. So Moon is our natural satellite. Okay. Human cannot create that. It's already present in nature. So those satellites already present in nature are called natural satellite. If scientists create them and they will leave it to the outer space, those kind of satellites are called as artificial satellites. But Moon is a natural satellite. This is a natural satellite of the Earth. Moon revolves around Earth. Why it revolves around Earth? Because Earth exerts force of gravity or force of attraction on Moon. Because of that, Moon starts revolving around the Earth. So this is also an example of gravitational force. Here you can see there is no physical contact or actual contact between Earth and Moon. But still here Earth exerting some force on Moon. That force is gravitational force. Meanwhile, Moon also exerts the force on Earth, but it is very, very less. As it's having more mass, it exerts more pressure on Earth. Sorry, it exerts more pressure on Moon. So that is why Moon will start revolving around Earth. Okay. So this is the reason. This is what we can say gravitational force, and it is a non-contact force. I hope this much is clear regarding gravitational force. So second one what we can see is in non-contact force is magnetic force. So gravitation force doesn't need any contact. So what we can conclude from this? Gravitation force doesn't need any contact. Gravitational force does not need any contact. Gravitational force does not need any contact between the objects. Gravitational force does not need any contact between the objects. Okay. So there is no need that gravitational force do not need any contact between the objects. That is, physical contact is not at all needed in gravitational force. So if the gravitational force has to exert, there is no need of any contact, physical contact, physical like touch aguanta avashyakate illa. Physical touch alada gravitational force exert ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So this is regarding gravitational force. So next I will move to magnetic force. The second force is magnetic force. Magnetic force. Suppose say I keep a magnet here. Okay. Say south, north. I will keep another magnet here. North, south. See, if I move them, suppose if I say this is a magnet. Okay, let me take a chalk. So this is a magnet. North pole of the magnet, here also north pole of the magnet, exactly same like this. Suppose if I move them, will they attract or repel? It's a common thing, they will repel, because north pole repel each other. Unlike poles of the magnet attract each other, like poles of the magnet repel each other. Like means north pole and north pole, they repel each other. Repel in the sense what? They are pushing each other again. They are pushing each other away. So actually there is no need that they have to touch. Even though they come near, the force will start acting. So repelling will start acting. Repulsion will start. So that is why this is also a non-contact force. So there is a force of repulsion between north and north pole. If I take reverse case, if I put reverse this one, okay, if I put yes this side and this side, then these two attract each other. Okay, then these two attract each other. That attraction we can say it as pull. So this magnet is pulling this magnet, similarly this magnet is pulling this magnet. In this case, this magnet is pushing the other magnet, similarly this magnet is pushing this magnet. Say this as magnet A, this as magnet B. In the first case, magnet A is pushing magnet B, that means it is acting repulsion force on magnet B. Similar case, magnet B is pushing magnet A. It is pushing magnet A means it is also acting the repulsion force on magnet A. Why it is happening? Because both the poles are like poles. As of the rule of the magnet, like poles repel each other, whereas unlike poles attract each other. This is the case of unlike force. Here the north pole is there, sorry, unlike poles, north pole is there, south pole is there. So they are two unlike poles. They attract each other. So that attraction we can say that pulling. Okay? Magnet A pulls magnet B towards it, whereas magnet B pulls magnet A towards it. So this is called as attraction. Unlike poles of two magnets attract each other, like poles of two magnets repel each other. This magnetic force is also called as non-contact force. So you can see magnetic force in different situations also. Wherever you see, there is no need that it has to be in contact. Okay, so this one we can study, this one you can understand, I hope. So what we can conclude is magnetic force also does not need any contact of objects. Magnetic force also does not need any contact of objects. When I say contact, means it is a physical contact of the objects. There is no need that magnetic force should be in physical contact when the objects. That means if the objects, even though they are not in physical contact, magnetic force will work. Okay, for the work of magnetic force, okay, for magnetic force to work, okay, it does not need any contact of objects, we can say. Okay, and we will go to third one. So now we have done with two forces, two non-contact force. So I will go to third one. So that is, third one is electrostatic force. Electrostatic force. See, electrostatic force means force which is present. As the name suggests, electro means electrons or electricity. Static means rest, force. The force exerted by the charges at rest. Electro means charges at rest, and force. Force exerted by the charges at rest is called as electrostatic force. Force exerted by the charges at rest is called as electrostatic force. For example, you take a comb, ಹಣಿಗೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಹಣಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. If you take a comb, if you take a comb and use it on your hair for a long time and very fast, then what happens, that comb will get some charges on that. Okay, ಹಣಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಇಕ್ಕೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಆ ಕೋಂಬ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಗಳು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ, ಅಕ್ಯುಮುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. Some charges get accumulated on the comb, and when you keep this comb, say this is a comb, okay, near the piece of papers, so these papers will get attracted towards the comb. So this is electrostatic force. There are charges accumulated in this, but they are in rest. These rest charges will attract the paper pieces towards it. So actually there is no contact between the comb and pieces of paper, but still there is a force of attraction between the pieces of paper and the comb. So comb and pieces of paper. So this is called as electrostatic force. This is called as electrostatic force. Okay, you can see here there is no physical contact between pieces of paper and comb. Okay, so for this we can say electrostatic force. So electrostatic force also do not need electrostatic force also do not need electrostatic force will work, also do not need any physical contact between the objects. Any physical contact between objects. So also does not service. Okay, electrostatic force also does not need any contact, that is physical contact between the objects. So this is also a non-contact force. I hope you all are clear with the three concepts. Okay, that means three non-contact force. So first are contact forces. We have studied two, muscular force and friction force, you know that. And in this class we studied three contact forces. First one is gravitational force, first one is gravitational force, second one is, which one we learned? So first one is gravitational force, second one is magnetic force, and this is third one, that is electrostatic force. So gravitational force, magnetic force, electrostatic force, these three forces are non-contact force. In all the three cases there is no need of the objects has to be in physical contact with each other. Even though they are not in contact with each other, even though they are away from each other, even though they are some distant apart from each other, there will be some force acting on them. So that is called non-contact force. It may be gravitational force, it may be magnetic force, or it could be electrostatic force. So these three forces are recognized or called as non-contact force. I hope this much is clear with this class. So contact forces are muscular force and friction. Non-contact forces are gravitational force, electrostatic force and magnetic force. So we will see the remaining things in the next class.